Hello friends, my name is Raza Masood. Today we'll discuss about a topic continuous value justification. Friend, today's topic is very easy and today we will discuss about this topic in detail, that what does that mean about continuous value justification. Friend, let me tell you that this is a terminology normally we use in Scrum or agile based projects or waterfall as well. Whenever we are implementing a project, so normally we use this term continuous value justification. Let me tell you that maybe you have heard about this topic or this term if you are studying computer science or business management, or you are implementing a project. You are implementing a project for like any software house, a software project, or some other some other sort of project you are implementing. So you must have to know that what does that mean by continuous value justification. So in this topic, in this video, I will try my level best to explain the concept of continuous value justification in a very easy to understand manner. My objective is that I can share my knowledge so that everyone can know about this topic in a very easy manner. I don't want to go in very much detail. I just want to explain the topic in a very easy to understand manner so that everyone can understand. And if you heard this topic, this term in project implementation or in exam, if you are studying or you're going to give an exam of computer science or business management, maybe you see this term in your exam, or maybe you are if you are implementing some project, so maybe you heard this topic in meeting. So just want to explain the topic in a very easy to understand manner. So first of all, I would request to please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell option as well. So let's start. What is continuous value justification? Friend, whenever we have to implement a project, so you know that project has some objectives and there are some cost and risk associated with the project. First of all, we have to understand what is project. Project means that some service you are going to give for to the customer. It should be a some sort of unique service, and it has some starting and ending point. Uh, this is a very basic level of definition of a project. But let me give you an example that, for example, you have to build a mobile application for a customer or for a bank, for example. So this could be a project. Why it's a project? Because it is producing some service, some product, a unique service or product, and also it has some starting and ending point, means that like for example, it will start in January and it we must have to be finished in March. Like you in the January you will start, and in March you have to deliver to the customer. So it has some starting and ending point. So that's why we are saying it as a project. Now friend, see, every project has some objective. Same example, if you are making a mobile application for a bank, so it has some objective. For example, you can say the objective is that customer satisfaction should be increased, some financial like for example revenue increase. So these could be some objective in their mind to for making a mobile application. These objective could be financial or non-financial as well. Okay, employee satisfaction could also be an objective. Okay, and there are some risks associated as well. What are the risks? Maybe customers don't like your application. This could be a risk. Maybe customers think that the manual procedure was better than making by using the mobile application. So there are some risks are associated as well. So see, initiating a project may have some definitely have some objectives, and the cost and risk associated with the project is basically balanced by the with the objectives. Are you getting my point? That if we are initiating a project, it has some objectives. Okay, it has some objectives that why we are initiating a project, and there are some cost and there are some risks are also associated with the project. So when we talk about that we have to give a cost, when we have to that say that we have to face some risk associated with the project, so definitely there are some objectives in our mind as well, that why we are doing these things, why we are initiating this project. Here comes the concept of continuous value justification game. When we are executing a project, we continuously justify, we are continuously evaluating that whatever the our objectives, what are the our objective, financial or non-financial, are we achieving that or not. Because if we achieving these objectives, if we are going in the right direction and we are achieving the business value, the value which we have decided as an objective, so are we achieving that or not. If we are achieving that value, so these will be the justification to continue the project. If we are not achieving that objectives, or if we are not achieving that value which we have decided at the start of a project, so that means that we are not on the right direction, we should have to terminate the project, because it doesn't have any business value. So you can say the continuous value justification. So just see the term here, continuous value justification. Same example of mobile application. If you are implementing a project of mobile application, it's a honestly it's not a very big project. Just for an example, see that if you are implementing a project of mobile application, or having 3 months time period you have to deliver, so after 1 month you can evaluate the performance, you can evaluate the business value. For example, you were thinking that for example you will get, for example, $2000 revenue you will get. So you will evaluate that are we getting that revenue or not, are we the objective. For example, you set an objective that the customer satisfaction will improve, so you will see that are we getting the proper or justified customer satisfaction or not. You can make independent survey from any third party as well. If you see that it is required, you can do a independent survey from any third party, and by using that the review, you can see that are we getting the right feedback, are we achieving that objective which we have set for the project. So if we are getting the objectives, if we are getting the business value, the at which we decide at the start of the project, then it means that we should have to continue the project. If we are not getting that business value, remember one thing, whenever I say a business value, it means that it could be a financial objective, it could be a non-financial objective as well. Like for example, employee satisfaction, it is not a financial factor, it is a non-financial factor. So financial, non-financial objectives, could you can say the value. So value means some objective it was in your mind, that why we are implementing that project. So continuous value justification means that after every some time period, you will evaluate the performance, you will evaluate the objectives of the project, that are we achieving that objectives or not. If we are achieving that objectives, so that means that you are on the right side, and it becomes the justification, it becomes the reason to continue the project. Okay. And if we are not getting that objectives, if we are not getting the proper performance, if we are not getting the required objectives or the value which we required from the project, so that means that the project lost its value, and it doesn't have the justification to continue the project. So on basis of that, we can say that we should have to terminate the project, because it's not giving the required value. which we are expecting, which we have set an objective at the start of the project, so we should have to terminate the project, or and at any cost, at any level, we should have to terminate the project because it does not giving you the required value which we have set at the start of the project. So friends, I hope you like this video. If you like, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and that's all from my side. Thank you.